Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. This time we take a look at a product that many of you probably owned when you were younger as Star Wars fans. I certainly did. It was actually my first big purchase to the Lucasfilm Company store. I bought a couple of different sets of Star Wars VHS tapes from 1992. What we're looking at this time is the first time and second time that the Star Wars trilogy was available as a boxed set. We've already taken a look at the first time you can actually buy them all on VHS from 1986, but those were separate releases. As of 1990, we finally saw a boxed set, and that was actually being advertised as early as 1989's re-release of From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga. Okay? This actually has a trailer on it that includes the material from this specific release, the 1990 release. Before we take a look at it, let's check out that trailer.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away,
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace before the dark times, before the Empire.
an adventure unlike anything on your planet. An epic of heroes.
You're coming in too fast! Don't worry. She'll hold together. Jimmy, baby, hold together. I got him!
And villains.
Now I am the master.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
The story of a boy, a girl, and a galaxy.
The Force will be with you, always.
Star Wars, the saga begins. The adventure continues in The Empire Strikes Back.
Vader wants us all dead.
He doesn't want you at all. He's after somebody called Skywalker.
Luke.
A saga of rebellion.
Echo Station 5-7. We're on our way.
And romance.
I hope you know what you're doing.
An epic of alien worlds.
The cave is collapsing.
This is no cave.
What?
And the climactic clash between good and evil.
There's no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
The Empire Strikes Back. The battle for freedom rages on in Return of the Jedi.
Fighters coming in.
Here we go again. The shield is down.
The cunning of the enemy.
Soon the rebellion will be crushed and young Skywalker will be one of us.
Get alongside that one.
The courage of a rebel.
I am a Jedi. Not yet. You must confront Vader.
The power of evil.
Is Darth Vader my father?
Return of the Jedi. May the trilogy be with you for the best price ever. Plus, From Star Wars to Jedi is also available at a new low price. This stunning documentary takes you deep into the fascinating world created for the Star Wars trilogy.
Action!
Immerse yourself in the mind of George Lucas.
Special effects are just a tool, a means of telling a story. A special effect without a story is a pretty boring thing.
From storyboard to creature creation, from character development to the puppeteers who gave them life.
Eventually, you actually take a real person and stick them into that character. And that real person brings with him, or her, an enormous package of reality. I mean, 3PO is just a hunk of plastic. And without Tony Daniels in there, it just isn't anything at all.
Join George Lucas and friends for a delightful look at From Star Wars to Jedi.
Hello in TV land.
Collect the complete Star Wars trilogy one by one in their attractive new packages or in this collectible gift pack. But don't stop there. From Star Wars to Jedi, the fascinating saga behind the saga will make your video library complete. They're unlike anything in our galaxy.
Now, do you notice when looking at the trailer here that it does note this version of From Star Wars to Jedi? It's this cover that it shows. It's not the original cover from Playhouse Video. It's not the later cover that we'll see in 1992. That trailer not only ran on here, it also ran before each film in the very first Star Wars boxed set. In 1990, this was the very first time you could buy the Star Wars films on VHS together. Check out here the CBS Fox logo. Many of you may have owned this, but which version of this you have is very easy to tell based on whether it says CBS Fox or Fox Video. Now this box set version, take the top off here, has all the films, and the box here has these little flaps talking about the accolades of Star Wars. They're in silver and white text. That's going to matter here momentarily. Each of the films has its own box. They just slide into the box here. A New Hope has a slightly new cover here. Darth Vader at the bottom of each of the sides with the red CBS Fox up at the top. The top of it, Star Wars logo again with Darth Vader's picture. On the back, you have a bunch of text about the film, all the information about the cast and crew and such. Your text here, pictures in various boxes together, and your logo is still white in this case. The same can be said for The Empire Strikes Back. Right here, just a different version of pretty much the same cover art we have seen before. This one, of course, is going to match. It's got a portrait on the side, in this case, Yoda, both sides, and the top. Tape itself has a white logo, and on the back, all your information is in a big white box at the top, with boxes for the pictures and a box for the cast and crew at the bottom. Same thing for Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi box here, Wicket on either side, and on the top, white logo, or white label, how would I say logo? White label on the tape, and on the back, your information about the film. Essentially all black at the top rather than a box, but still pictures essentially in boxes, and you've got your box at the bottom for the cast and crew. These came, as I mentioned before, with that trailer airing before each of the films. The very first time you could buy them as a single box set. These are all full screen, pan and scan. Up to this point, there are still no VHS releases in widescreen. We'll actually cover the first of those in our next episode. Now, just 2 years later, this box set was re-released, but by that time, the CBS Fox logo was gone, and now it was Fox Video all over everything. And that changed the packaging to a degree. That box set was this one, pretty much identical to the other on the outside, except for the fact that it says Fox Video rather than CBS Fox on there. Take off the cover, just like the other one. You got your pictures running along the sides. You got your accolades for the films. However, in this case, it's all silver rather than silver and white. That is a slight change to those. You'll also find that each of the films is in similar packaging. Right? A New Hope looks the same on the front. Empire Strikes Back, same on the front. Return of the Jedi, also same on the front. But that is where the similarity, or the exact similarity, I guess, ends. Look at the tops. No portrait, just the logo. Same thing on the sides. It says Fox Video, no portrait of Vader, no portrait of Yoda, no portrait of Wicket on that one. The box backs. The text is now in silver, the images now run together instead of being in boxes, and there is no box around the cast and crew anymore. Same with Empire, same with A New Hope. The images in this case are actually different that they chose. Another way to tell these apart, a very easy way, open it up. The logo is now no longer white. It's green with blue over white. Same as a case for, if it matters here for you, Empire and Jedi. Now what makes this a bit of an unusual release here is that this release from 1992 had a coinciding box set that was a limited collector's edition, which was the first time you could actually see the films on VHS in widescreen format at home. This we'll take a look at actually in our very next episode here. To go along with that, we had a re-release that we've looked at in a previous episode of From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga, right? Goes right along with it. Similar logo style and everything, or label style. I keep saying logo instead of label. Similar label style and everything. But these ran with the exact same inside content, except for a difference of saying Fox versus CBS Fox. So the trailer that it ran before the films still showed the box set, and showing it from the outside and showing the films from the front doesn't really make a difference whether you're looking at the 1990 or 1992 materials. However, it still shows this version of From Star Wars to Jedi in that trailer. It's the identical trailer. So while this was the most current version in '89, it made sense to show it in the trailer when it was released in 1990. It makes no sense for this to be the one they're showing as part of the trailer in 1992, because they were just releasing a brand new version with that similar style. You would think they would have done something to at least alter that little bit so that it looked like what people would actually be able to find in stores in 1992. But they didn't. One of those weird marketing decisions where I guess it was just too expensive to change the trailer, so screw it! We're just going to put out the exact same tape with a different label all over again. That tends to happen a lot in Star Wars. We're going to see something very similar with the DVDs and such. But this was it. 1990, 1992, finally getting a re-release of the Star Wars films. It's the same version, basically, that we got recently, right? Every other time we got the things. They haven't really been tweaked at any point. That's going to come with the THX remastered editions and eventually come when we finally see the special editions and whatnot. But at least you could buy them now as a box set, and the covers were designed to be a little bit more similar to one another. They all had a similar theme, and we got some cool other information about the films on the little slip-cased box. This brick, as it's sometimes called, was the way that most Star Wars fans in the early 1990s watched the Star Wars films. Now, to put this into further context, think about when this is being released. 1990 means that the first of these box sets was released the year before the Expanded Universe officially launched, with Heir to the Empire as a novel and Dark Empire as a comic. The second of these was released the year after the EU began, when Star Wars hype really started to begin growing, at least to a degree again, capitalizing on that. So, granted, very similar releases in terms of content, but there are some differences that are kind of interesting to be able to tell which is which, and the context of Star Wars in the world was very different just in that span of just a couple of years between these two releases. Next time, we're going to take a look at the one that coincides with the 1992 release, that interesting widescreen box set, and what all came in that collector's edition. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.